Hi, France. You and Mama in here with me? Yeah? You ate all the treats I gave you, didn't you? Yeah? Oh, where you going, France? Aw, Francis. Little France. And here's Mama. Here's Samantha. Every time you touch her and try to pet her, her bum goes up in the air. So I'm trying not to show her bum. That would not be nice. Y'all want more yum-yums? Yeah. Hang on. Oh, what did I do? I'll put them over here. Hang on. I'm trying to keep you in the... Ooh, I got the treats. Okay, here's some for you. Here's Samantha. Alright, there you go. There we go. I don't make them do any kind of special anything. Here's a Mama. That's Samantha. And this is her first daughter, Frances. She's the only gray kitty, completely gray. I still can't figure out who the daddies were. Probably there was this gray cat that was feral that was hanging around, and there was also an orange guy that was probably Pretty's dad. Of course, the rest of them pretty much look like Mommy, which are tuxedo, black and white. Yeah, is that right, Samantha? Yeah. And that was from the first litter, but the second litter, there was 7. And out of the 7, there were 2 gray and white tabby. I mean, not tabby, but tuxedo. You know, the gray with the little white on the chest, and then the feet, all white. And then there were, let me see, 1, 2, 3. There was 1 brown tabby. There was 1 gray tabby. And there was, the rest were black and white. And that's where Big Bubba and Marco, they came from that litter. And there was another one. There was only 1 girl out of the 7. There were 6 boys and 1 girl. And the little girl was just like her mommy, too. Although she didn't have as much white on her chin. And I didn't keep her. I didn't want to keep any of them, but I ended up keeping 2 because I couldn't get homes for them. And I was be danged if I was going to give them to the city of DeSoto, who would probably have... I don't know. I don't trust them. They didn't do a good job at all. In fact, I tried to find a home for Marco. So what did they do? Well, they neutered him, and they clipped his ear. And then they told me, well, I told them I had signed a thing that said don't put him to sleep, right? So they said, well, they called me and said, well, he's feral. I said, he is not feral. Well, we're going to just drop him off in front of your house. Well, I went up there and got him. There was 2 cats in the shelter. 2. Him and this other one, and that was it. And I was like, are you kidding me that you can't? Well, he's not acting very nice, and nobody would want. He's feral. He wasn't feral. In fact, he's one of the sweeter ones. Hi, Mantha. So that's why I didn't trust them. Anyway. But these 2 are hanging out with me. It's because they busted out of their bedroom window. I had just fixed the screen and put it back up and left it cracked just a little bit. Well, I'll be danged if they didn't break through the screen and get out. And that's Big Bubba that does that. He's just like a big bulldozer. Yeah, I'm talking about your son. Butchie's not in good shape at all. Hi, Pretty. Oh, Pretty's at the window. Hang on, Pretty. I'll let you in. Okay. You want to come in, pretty girl? It's still nighttime. It's like 5:30 in the morning. Come on in, Pretty. Oh, no. Well, I need new windows desperately, I guess. These windows are as old as the house. Hi, Pretty. You want to get some yum-yums? House was built in 1978. And the windows I'm talking about are the storm window. Not the original windows. They're okay. It's the storm windows that are breaking up. Hi, pretty girl. Did you want to come in too? She was outside. Anyway, like I said, he amazes me how he can break out. Yes, you're talking about your brother. How he can do that, I don't know. Oh, and I was talking about Butchie. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with him. You know, it wasn't the bad tooth. Because now he has all of his... whenever I try to check his mouth and see what I can do, all the gums are bleeding. And he can't chew any food. All he can do is lick liquid stuff. So I make him up some cat milk, you know, the kitten replacement stuff that you're supposed to... Anyway, I mix that up, and then I actually add butter to it when it's warm so it can dissolve to give him extra calories that way. And then of course he has the liquid, you know, the liquid foods. So he's hanging in there, but if I hadn't have done that, I don't think he'd still be here now. And he's only 7 years old. He just turned 7. Hi, pretty. Did you think... She's like, well, I didn't know you were filming, Mom. Yeah. I know that looks terrible over there. I do that because of the... kind of keeps this window faces the west. Okay, so I know that looks ugly. But it's there for a reason. There. And when the sun finally comes up in the afternoon, it gets super hot in here. So that's why I have to kind of keep it a little bit darker. Okay, well, here's the little girls. There's Samantha, and there's her pretty girl. All right, that's it.